So at first, to go back to the freeze, at first I would lift up and I was trying to see what I can do with it. But my other hand that wasn't supported on the ground, touching the ground, wasn't doing anything. It was kind of just in the air. And I believe everything should be a picture. You know what I mean? I've learned watching the way I told you focus way back, think of everything as a picture. Think of everything as a sentence, beginning to end, complete thought, you know? So what I was trying to do, I would look at it and I would feel, I said, it doesn't feel right with this hand. So I kept trying to find things to do with the hand, like put it here or put it on the nuts or grab the knee or, you know, and it just didn't feel right. Then I'm a big fan of Kung Fu movies. I got a big collection of Kung Fu movies in boxes at the moment back in LA. And I'd watch them and it was a Kung Fu flick, it was a Cobra style, okay, versus an Eagle style. And one guy had Cobra style, the other guy had Eagle style. So the guy got knocked down by the Eagle's claw, and when he fell, the Eagle went to fly over him to claw him again. And the guy was on his back and he hopped off his back, like he popped up like hopping back spins, you know, but without the spin. Just hopped up like that and he attacked with the Cobra strike in the Eagle's chest as he was trying to jump. And I said, wow, that's so dope. You know, so I was practicing back rocks, go over, go into a chair, captain hook, lift up, and if I'm close enough to the opponent standing looking down at me as I'm chairing, as I lift up, I would strike in the jugular. I would strike the guy in the neck, but wouldn't touch him, but act like I strike, and then I would land on the ground and wait for the venom to poison the person like they just got burnt, okay? And that was the idea of the Cobra attacking Eagle. Then I pulled it out in a jam called the Halloween Jam. And it was organized by Irvin Arana, you know, and from Ugly People Crew. And yeah, I did it there. The next thing you know, that was probably about 99, I think, 98, 99. Then another jam happened called the Clash 2000. And then I did it there again. And then that video went around the world. And then it got popular. The freeze started getting really popular. To build on about the Clash 2000, for those that don't know, in France, they call my move Clash. And the reason they call it Clash is because of that video, Clash 2000. Okay, they didn't know the name of the move, or they didn't say Poe 1 or so-and-so wherever they saw it from. They didn't know what to call it, so they called it Clash. And they took the 2000 out. But the event was called Clash 2000, like Clash of the Titans. You know what I mean? And so they took it and started calling it Clash without any respect to the history or who they bit it from or nothing. So basically, it's kind of like, it kind of makes me laugh because now there's b-boys with names like King Clash, Little Clash. And to be honest, you guys, that does not make any sense because there's no such thing as a clash. You know what I mean? That's no disrespect, but that's just being real. There's no such thing. Later on through the years, like in B-Boy Summit 2000, Bboy brought out a version from Ground Zero. He wouldn't lift up in the air, he would just lean on and then grab his foot. Then he created a spinning one called the Sprinkler. Then he created the hopping ones. You know, so he advanced the moves, and then kids started calling it air chair because it comes from a chair position. So yeah, the move kept evolutionizing. So for me, it's okay if you use a move as foundation to create something else, because a foundation builds something else and something else and something else. But always try to keep, I believe, to try to keep the history intact. You know what I mean? I think it's very important. If you know you got the move from somebody, build with that person. Talk with that person of how they created it. Know the history of that. Kind of like what Flomo is doing right now. You know what I mean? You know, Focus and AT, they taking an interview, doing an interview because they want people to know about the history of this move, because they feel that it's gotten out of hand and people have forgotten. You know, and that's an honor actually that you guys think that way and you're hungry for that knowledge and stuff. So that makes me realize that there's still beautiful people in this world that really care about the culture, and it's architects and it's people that help continue the life of this span. Like, we don't have any books. Really, we don't have a lot of books that speak of the history because there's so much arguing and all this pride and bitterness, But documentation of video and getting the words out from certain people, I think that's the best knowledge out there, how would I say, the culture is so young that a lot of our pioneers are still here. I'm nowhere near a pioneer. I'm 82 generation. I started when I was 12 years old. I'm 45 now. That's a, off and on, generation. There's people way before me. Like the air chair, what people call the air chair, Cobra Track and Eagle, would not exist if it wasn't for a chair freeze. You understand what I mean? So you have to show respect to the lineage, you know what I mean, of all these people. So, yeah, that's how it came about.
And you know that we ride, bumping hard beats on the G drive.